my channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment.
Welcome back, guys. Like it's been nice to be away a little bit from Love of Marriage Huntsville, but we're finally back to Love of Marriage Huntsville. And today we're going to be talking about the episode 13 for this season 8. Before we go ahead, guys, make sure you like on this video, make sure you share, make sure you comment your total opinions, and also make sure you click on the subscription button down below to subscribe to this channel. So let's go ahead and talk about the episode. Um, the episode started off with for me, when I remember what really happened in the episode, for me, I think the only interesting part of the episode for me was the meeting up of the whole group at Kimmi and Maurice's. Was that their business place? Because I didn't quite get it. I don't know, Shop Reality, do you have an idea where that was? Because I didn't get it. I thought maybe it was a house or somewhere they want to sell. It was giving me confused. So
You mean what location were they at, or what were the purpose
yes,
of the?
yes. The
I think they were
location
at
and
a.
what was the purpose?
Okay, the purpose was they bought an old restaurant, a little small restaurant earlier. I think they said a couple years ago, maybe in 2022 or 2023. I think 2022. Allegedly, they bought an old small pop restaurant, and so she was saying that they are trying to figure out how to use the space, and people have contacted them about them wanting to utilize the space, including this chef who had prepared that food for them to taste, but they were tasting it at some lounge. I had done a video about Tisha had worn that outfit that she had on, and she was taking pictures in the bathroom, and I thought it was the house, their house. And someone got in the comments and said, no, that was them at some place called the Sage Lounge. And sure enough, when the episode appeared, that's where they are. A lot of people are getting to your comments and they know the scoop of what's going on. So that person said, no, they were at a lounge called the Sage Lounge. And sure enough, that's where they were last night. So they were there tasting some food from, I guess Kimmy said there that chef wants to use the restaurant, the little space that they had recently bought and that they plan on remodeling. So that was the purpose of that, to taste the food.
Oh, okay. Because for me, I was like confused. Was that the space? Was that where they were? So I was like, you know what? Maybe when we come live, I would literally ask you whether that was the space. Well,
Now, the
anyway,
space that they bought is very, very small
uh,
building. So no, that wasn't it.
but do you have an idea whether find that maybe they've given it out, the space?
The space where they were last night on the show, or the real
No, the
restaurant?
space that they bought, the restaurant or whatever they wanted to give out.
Okay, what was your initial question about this restaurant?
I was like, do you have an idea if they've finally given it out to someone?
Oh no, I don't know. Kimmy had put up a drawing, like an architectural rendering of it a few months ago, and that was the last I heard of it. I haven't bothered to try to ask. I've just
Yeah.
kind of been away from this whole Love and Marriage Huntsville thing for a while, so I haven't even asked anybody anything.
Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about the whole sit down. That sits down, there was a lot of things that happened, and I was kind of questioning some people's um opinions, some people's thoughts, and some people's action. The first action that I did question was that they were talking about the situation of Moses, Sunni, and Destiny without the three people they're talking about being present at all. I'm one person that do not like talking about people in their back. I if I know you, if I'm a friend of yours, or we are in the same friend group and we sit down and they start talking about you and you're not even there to either defend yourself or speak up for yourself and people are talking about you, I like keep quiet or leave myself or excuse myself because I'm not gonna be caught up in that because I know it's always messy. And so for me, in my own opinion, I felt like them having that whole convo talking about Destiny, Moses, Sunny, irrespective of whatever opinions they had, them having that convo about them in that situation was wrong. Because if they are not there, right? If they were not there, why are you talking about them? Destiny was not there. That's okay. Destiny, at least Destiny was there. Or Sonny and Moses was not there. You say okay. At least Sonny and Moses were there. Or none of them were there. So why was the topic being brought up? It didn't make sense to me, and it was giving for me. I didn't just like that we're talking about it, um, giving their opinions without the parties present. So I don't know whether you felt that way or you felt like it was cool. I know yes, in reality TV you need to talk about things, you need to be messy, but um I didn't just find it that cool. So I don't know. Did you feel the same way living for your girl? Did you feel like they should have had that discussion about Sonny Moses and Sonny, even when they were not present in that particular event?
Are you talking to me or Shop Reality?
Yeah, I was talking to you living for my girl.
Oh, oh. Um, Look, I just kind of look at it this way. If you're gonna have those type of standards where, hey, it's not right to talk about a person if they're not there, then that should be for everybody around the table. You know what I'm saying? That should be for every conversation that you guys are starting. Am I right or am I wrong? For every conversation that you're starting, if that person isn't there, then why are you even discussing it if that's your rule? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I felt like everybody there was grown, you know? And if you don't have business to talk about that's pertaining to you, then why are you talking about people? You know what I'm saying? I got other things to talk about than other people. I got things going on, and things I need to say to my peers. You know what I'm saying? But it pertains to me. It's nobody else's business because I don't know your business. Even if I do, I'm not in it. Not unless you're inviting me in it. So like when I'm with a group of people, I never want nobody to say, "Oh, well, Living for My Girls said this or Living for My Girls added that." No, no, I don't play those games. You know what I'm saying? Because see, I'll sit around, I'll be the judge and the jury. We're gonna hold court, and you're gonna tell me exactly what you told that person that I said, and then tell me when I said it. You know, because we're gonna get to the fat of the meat here. You know, so I just think that if you're in a group setting, then you need to be talking about your business. And if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say it at all. That's
What
it.
about you, Chef Reality? What's your opinion on the fact that they were having that whole conversation about Moses and Sonny and Destiny without any of the parties being present?
Well, of course, as you just stated, it's a TV show, a reality TV show. So the conversation had to be had. And it is a friend group where all of them are
Yeah.
friends and they know the people who they were discussing. So, for the sake of the show, they needed to talk about that and establish that because, otherwise, why are they there? It really doesn't make any sense. They're not from Huntsville, they don't live in Huntsville. Why are they there? Other than to this whole destiny thing. Otherwise, they don't have any reason to be in Huntsville. As much as she loves St. Louis so much, and he loves St. Louis, and she's always talking about St. Louis. Now you want to move to Huntsville?
Well,
St. Louis is not near Huntsville.
yeah, but don't you move close to your job?
What's her job? She doesn't work on the show anymore. Not
No,
as a
she's
producer.
Well, no, she's a reality TV star now
Yeah, now she's
in
on the
her first season, and so is
right.
he.
But her premise for being in the area is because it's a nice place to settle down, not because she's now on the show.
Yeah,
So
well,
I understand
hey.
what you're saying, but yeah, so right. I get what you're saying. But to have the discussion, it's a television show. They have to talk about it. And, to push the storyline with the whole Moses and Sunny thing, the discussion has to be had. And they are a whole friend group. These are all friends of friends of friends. So, of course, they've got to discuss it. That's all.
Yeah, I do understand the reality side of it that they have to have the convo, but I also understand that for me, my reality will not be sitting down in a group of my friends and talking about another friend that is not even there and the situation she's in, and I'm literally giving my 5 cents when the person is not even there. So, uh,
You and your friends don't talk about some of your other friends, like what they have going on. Like she said that she was given the background about them showing the house and about them going out to eat with Maurice. You wouldn't have that discussion with your friends that you and your other friends went out to eat.
I literally will have conversation about my friends when we are
Okay.
eating. Like we can have conversation about another friend when we go out. I'm trying to put it like I think there are some certain situations that I feel like I would not want to talk about. I will talk about it if it's just something simple, like maybe when it's like, oh, I'm trying to look for a topic that I can literally talk about it. Maybe it's just me. And me, I'm just one person that I don't like being caught like saying, oh, who just said this about you when we were having this conversation, she chipped in. I hate that kind of thing that comes back. Like, oh, but she said this about you when we were having a discussion. I'll be like, wow, I don't like that kind of issues. So I don't even want to have conversation. I prefer everybody sitting down there, then we can all have the conversation. We can all say what we want to say. Then you can really hear what I have to say. Because at the end of the day, people go back and give third hand information from the conversation, you know. And one thing about third hand information is always like there's added sugar and salt and whatever spice you like before you tell it to the next person. So that's why I don't really like let's have this like kind of serious conversations. But anyways, it's everybody. But I understand. I love that they talked about it because it's reality TV. If they didn't talk about it, we would not have enjoyed um, the episode.
That's
So
true. That's true.
that was it. But now, going back to the topic they actually did talk about, everybody was giving their opinion about how they felt about the situation between Destiny, Maurice, and Sunny. And Kimmy was like, for me, I didn't know. One person I was confused about her stance was Kimmy. Kimmy was like, she was there for me when I had cancer. She was one person, really, really caring and, being there for me. And in that same breath, you talk so bad about the person. Why did you have to talk about her good, no, the good thing she did, just to talk about the bad thing she did? So I was confused about that. If you want to say the person is not nice, just go ahead and say the person is not nice. Don't sugarcoat it. Oh, she was a kind person, but I just feel like she's wrong and everything. I didn't understand Kimmy's stance, and the fact that everyone was giving their opinion, I was kind of shocked by what most of them were saying. Because for me, some of the little things they were saying was giving me double standards. I'm not gonna lie. Because if you look back at previous episodes, previous seasons, the tone they are using now is kind of different than previous seasons. And it's not giving me that, okay, do we react to certain situations if it involves a certain person in a different way and to another person we act in a different way? So are we going to say we are a friend group? Then if it happens to one person, we react a different way. Then if it happens to another person, we react a different thing. That's giving double standards at all. Because the way they were trying to, I know that Sonny and Moses' relationship is not really that pure, That's it's not disputing that fact. But the way they were like coming like, oh, she did bad and she still wants to come to live in Huntsville. She wants to, why does she wants to put it in the face of destiny? And I'm like, have you all forgotten? Like, you're giving me, what is wrong with you people? I can remember everything that was said, every conversation, every insult, everything that happened in previous seasons when it happened, when it was about Marcel and Melody and Arion. I remember most of the statements that was said, and some people were trying to be, oh no. And now everybody's tone is changing, and I'm like, what happened? Why is everybody is like, I understand that maybe they were closer to Destiny and that's why they are more, sympathetic to Destiny, but you don't have a certain reaction to one person and react a different way, then the other person you react a different way. It's not giving, it's already given that the friendship group is not a friendship group in the first place. Like, if you react to one person in a different way, then react to another person. If the same situation was the same thing happening to the person, you react a different way. It's giving, what are we doing in the friend group at all? So that was my stance. So how did you feel about the fact, like let me fair go, how did you feel about the fact that Kimmy, the way Kimmy was talking about the situation and the way she was still trying to say that Sunny was a good person, and the way everybody was coming for Sunny, like she was like, maybe Destiny was married to this guy for like 20 years and she came, like, where they were talking as if Destiny was married to this guy and she was a side chick or whatever. And the considering the situation that happened between Melody and Martel and weighing the two of them together, did you feel like their reactions was giving consistency, or they were just trying to be, they're just like, I don't know.
Um, well, definitely both sides weren't fair as far as where everybody is placing their concern and their blames regarding Martell and Mel's situation compared to Destiny, Sunny, and Moses' situation. It's not fair across the board. Like Melody has said, hey, we were married, we had kids, business is a home, we built all these things. We had our foundation, and then here comes, a home wrecker. You know what I'm saying? Where Destiny, they weren't living together. They were chilling every now and then. It wasn't, you know, you're my fiance, here's the ring. You weren't engaged, you know. So yeah, it's different standards with these women, you know. And I agree that there's no girl code in nothing. Bros have their bro codes. Some of them follow it, some of them don't. But there's no such thing as a girl code. Come on, give me a break. Yeah, I've been dealing with women for far too long. You know, and
Yeah.
these heifers ain't about nothing. You know, so yeah, ain't no such thing as a girl code. You know, so as far as everything being equal on both sides, no, I didn't feel that.
What about you, Shopee?
I don't think I understood what you meant about you remember every conversation with Melody and Martell. I don't think I understand the correlation that you're making between Martell and Melody and this Destiny, Sunny, and Moses thing. I didn't get that part.
Oh,
I didn't understand what you
okay.
meant.
I was trying to say, I was not talking about the situation between Melody and Marcel. I was trying to say the way everybody was trying to like um downplay it and being like, you know what, Melody was overreacting. A lot of them were kind of feeling like Melody was overreacting with the Marcel stuff. And the energy they were and when you consider the energy they're having now for Sunny and like coming hard on her, making her look like this big home wrecker, like kind of a little bit on the bullying side. Let's just be honest, because she came for Destiny and Destiny's man. And if you consider how they all coddled Mattel to be like, you know what, I think there was I think they played a preview one time, like an old episode where Kimmy didn't even want to call Arion a side chick because she was like it was not fair to Arion to be called a side chick or whatever. When Mattel was like, "Oh, she's a
Oh,
side
okay.
chick," everything is okay, and I'm looking at it like, okay, where was that the energy they're all having now for Sunny, like making it look like Sunny committed one big offense. Yes, what was done was wrong. The relationship was not of the purest of form, but the energy they have for Sunny, why are they having that such energy now, making it look like as if she committed one big of a crime that maybe like Melo and Destiny and Moses were married, and in short, maybe she was even pregnant or she had kids, and she just swooped in and snatched um Moses from Destiny. That was not the situation. They were just casually dating. We only saw him one time on the show, and the time I don't think we even saw him on the show. We only heard his voice on the show because she had a phone call with him. Then we were seeing pictures online, them hanging out together. So it was not really like a very long time relationship. So now the way that I'm talking about, the way they treat Sunny in comparison to the way they were trying to treat the Arion and Martel's situation, it's not even looking as the same.
Right. Yeah, I get you now. Okay, I understand. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So I was like, do you feel like the group did it right? Because the way they are coming for Sunny is becoming like, for me, I'm feeling like it's becoming too much.
Well, I don't know if they're coming for her. I think maybe they were cordial when they saw her face to face. But then on the flip side, they are saying that, we're Team Destiny. Maybe they're treating the situation differently because they know both parties involved. As in the other case, they didn't know the other lady. So maybe because they know Sunny and they know Destiny and they
Mm-hmm.
feel as though, maybe it's too close for comfort for them. Maybe that's why they feel more invested in this situation than the other situation. I don't know. I don't know. But, they are making it
Yeah,
clear that they're Destiny's side.
I see your reason. I get what you say, but that's not right. Just because you know the parties involved doesn't mean your opinion should change or how you treat things to change. What is wrong, and what is right is right. What is wrong is
So
wrong, and
what
what is right
so
is right.
what did that so then you say what is wrong and what is right is right. What do you think is wrong with them taking Destiny's side?
I'm not no them taking Destiny side is something that they should take. Of course, the situation was wrong. I took Destiny side, and I don't even like Destiny like that. So I took Destiny side. I'm saying that let it be the same, like keep the same energy for everybody. Like if it happens to Tisha tomorrow, let the same energy be kept for everybody. Let it not be that tomorrow, let's say something like this, this similar situation happens with Tisha, the situation will be different. Some people will be, oh, I'm all for Tisha, and some people will be like, no, I'm all for Marsau. Let it not be like that. The same energy they are bringing, okay, we are all for Destiny, let it be the same energy that they will give if it's somebody else that this same thing is involved with, even if they do like or they don't like the person. That's just my own opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
go ahead.
no, you can go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, we hold people to a certain standard when it comes to like disengaging from a relationship that they no longer want to be in, but everybody is not the same. I mean,
Yeah,
come on, if you look at some of the cast members, it's quite evident that some of them don't follow that rule. It's like, okay, out of sight, out of mind, I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Forget the divorce, forget getting all your clothes out the house. It's just they're ready to start anew. You know, people don't hold up to those standards anymore. It's like, oh, we break up on Friday. By next Friday, I'm out on a date. So
yeah.
there you go. We're in this odd time right now where people don't play by those rules no more. It's like Once you say it's over, it's over. Okay, there's no sitting back and grieving or having a mental death in your mind for that person, a mental funeral. You can't go through that no more. It's like, keep it moving, keep it pushing. That's what.
Now, moving forward, there was another conversation that was being held in the friend group, and that was about Tricia and Ken. That conversation made me laugh because for me, it felt like they were kind of mixing up the dates. Like, is it 2020? Is it 2021? We're confused. When did you guys meet up? When did you guys start talking? Like, it was giving me, you guys don't even have your dates together. At least they say Sunny and Moses, they get their stories together so that they are always saying one thing. You guys don't have the stories together. You're always confused. Even if what you're saying is true, the way you guys are answering will be giving, are you sure these people are not lying? Because you don't even know which year you finally got to start talking to her after talking so much on social media, on the DMs. You're confused when you finally met her. Like, I'm like, really? Really? Are these people for real? So I was literally like very, very surprised by the way the conversation went. And did you, when it came to the conversation and the way they were kind of lying, then Melody made a statement saying that, um, people can have chats with people even while they're married. Now, I'm not married, haven't been married, so I don't know how that is. I can only speak about being in a relationship and still had chatting with people. And I have been in relationships and I still talk with people, and I know that talking with people when you're being in a relationship, as someone that just been in a relationship, I just keep boundaries. And let that boundaries be there, and everybody knows that this is where you are, this is where you are. That boundaries will not be crossed. So how did you feel about, firstly, the way that um um Ken and Trish were mixing up the dates of when they started talking or when they met, and two, the statement that Melody made about the fact that people can still talk to people even while being in a relationship without taking it any further or causing a mess in their marriages or what? Do you think that was a right statement, or is that possible in a marriage?
Well, first let's cover the Trish and Ken situation. Trish can never get her dates together. I mean, like, she has been like evasive, when they ask her questions and stuff. I've been noticing that about her. You know, everything was like, oh, I don't remember. I was trying to see if he was gonna say something first. You're too evasive for me. I mean, that right there kind of triggers my mind and make me feel like, you're lying. You're trying to. It's not like you're digging into your memory to find stuff out. To bring the truth out. It's like you're making it up as you go. You know. So, and then another thing I really didn't understand was, why did she throw Destiny under the rug, under the bus? When she was like, oh yeah, I trained Destiny, but she got a few things that she liked to say to a few people. Like, you didn't even need to add that. So quit deflecting off of you and your lies onto somebody else's stuff, you know? So that's what I felt about that. Now, what was your other question?
Melody's the way Melody saying that um being in a relationship can, you still be able to
Oh,
talk to other people.
oh, that she understands. Uh, Look, I don't know. Maybe I'm old school. If I'm in a
Yeah,
relationship, there's not gonna be no sidebar conversations. I don't do that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if I'm single, I'm gonna do what I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because it's me.
Mm.
I'm not considering somebody else's feelings in this. you know. So I just kind of felt like, some people, they can do it. Me personally, I can't. I won't. I'm not doing that with anybody. I don't care who you are, what you got, what you look like. I am just not interested. If I'm with this person, there's no side conversations, you know. Now, another thing I want to say, I love Melanie.
Yeah.
I do. I like her. She's a strong woman, but I just want her to hold everybody, including herself, to the same standards that she sets up for
Mm,
everybody.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I
yeah.
said that is because once they start talking about uh Latisse, what's her name? Latrice, her husband,
Yeah. Trish.
about Trisha's husband, and Marsau was saying something, and he was like, I'm not gonna say it. And Melody was the first, was like, no, no, say it. I want to hear it. Why? You just said that you don't like people talking about people if they're not there. So that kind of like threw me off a little bit. Like, wait a minute, hold up. Like,
So maybe she said it because Trish is there, Ken is there, at least two people in the situation is there. Did you feel maybe she said it because they were there?
I don't know. I don't know. But
Uh,
if
yeah,
I'm personally going to talk about somebody,
yeah.
I need everybody to be there because I
Party
need you to
involved.
hear what I'm saying. I need you to hear what I'm saying because I'm only
Mm,
going to say it once, and then you got
mm-hmm.
something to say about it, then we can rebuttal right then and there instead of
Mm,
somebody telling you I said something,
yeah,
and like I said, that's just the way I'm built. I'm sorry, you
yeah.
know, but that's it. Yeah.
What about you, Shop Reality? What you feel about the situation, the statement Melody made, and the situation between Ken and Trish not getting their story together?
Yeah, I'm wondering if we're going to find out. Now, first she said she didn't go to his house, remember? And then I think she said she doesn't remember if it was the gym or the house. Lady. And then are we going to find out that he may have gone to her house or they were communicating while he was still married to her? Are we going to find that out?
Ooh.
That's what I want to know. And if that is the case, you're sitting here at this table with this lady, and then she invites you on vacation, and
Yeah.
we may,
Yeah.
yes, that's going to be something. Because, like you said about these dates and this timeline and her memory, I'm wondering if we're going to
Mhm.
find that out. If we, oh my goodness, that is like, I don't
Her
like
That's
people
memory is
like
sweet.
that.
always foggy.
It's gonna be
Yes,
messy.
always foggy, right? Her
Hmm.
recollection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What what did you have to say about the melody? Saying kind of supporting Trish and Ken, saying that they could have conversations with people out of a marriage. No.
Oh, how she was saying that some people can just have conversations. I agree. Some people can just have conversations. But when it comes to these two or it comes to her, we still don't even know what the deal is. We
Yeah.
don't know.
The thing,
Yeah, this timeline.
yeah,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
this the timelines is all like I'm like when she started talking, she was like 2020, we're like 2020, 2020, 2021, 2021. I'm like, which one? 2021, 2029, 2022. We're like, I'm confused. Like, just choose one. Which of the 2020s? Just choose one. And they be looking at each other and being like, I believe if you're coming out from your house and you're going on a TV show, and I'm going with my husband, I believe before we leave the house and the cameras are going to my face, I'm like, let's get our story straight. I
And
ain't
then
gonna
did
be.
you I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say then we heard Destiny say that Martell said the woman's been over there multiple times. Is that what Destiny said?
Yeah,
I was like,
I
oh
was
my
desperate.
gosh.
What is I like I don't know whether she just forgets things like that. Because we tend to forget things that we don't want to remember. Maybe she
And
just finds it.
and if that is true, if she has been over there multiple times, you're sitting here at the table with this lady, even if that is her ex, you're just sitting there at the table. She's inviting you on
Yeah,
vacation, and then you've got something to say
oh,
about Sunny.
that
How is
that
that
was
different? Yeah.
my point. I was like, this lady is literally talking about, oh, Destiny has some things to say about some people. I know she was trying to talk about Sonia, and I was like, your situation is no different. Just because she's sitting down there with Ken, he's no different. Like, the situation is no different. Like, I'm like, you don't know when you met with Marcel. You don't know how many times you went to his house. You were confused whether you went to his house. Like, and the timeline is giving when Melody and Marcel were still married. Like, if people were to be having discussions, I felt like in some of the conversations they were having today, I was like, if they were having that conversation, there were some people that were not qualified enough to even impute their opinion in that situation.
It reminded me of Basketball Wives. You guys remember with Tammy and Evelyn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me of that. Like, I got something to tell you, Kenny. And it's just like, you've been hanging out with me. And it kind of reminded me of that. But I guess we'll find out if the timelines
Mm.
overlap. We don't know, but I'm wondering if we're going to find
I
out
don't ever
something.
think we would ever find out because even in their interviews, their timeline is still confusing. When you look at the interviews, I think she had an interview with Carlos and Miss Heavenly, Dr. Heavenly, and he had an interview with Dr. Heavenly and Carlos. The timeline is confusing. Like, if you look at the story that the timeline they said on the interviews, then look at the timeline they are saying on the show. There's a very big gap, and you'll be like, these people are confused. The both of them, Ken and Trish, they are very confused.
Yeah, I just want to point out, like Martell said, she's been there a couple of times. She says, hey, yeah, I was there, but we got to talking about his marriage, and he got upset. I left. Okay, fine and dandy. It sounds feasible. But what happened the second time? you know, did y'all
Maybe they talked about
exercise
his
or
side
did you
chick.
exercise? Like what happened? You know what I'm
Eh,
saying?
Maybe then they talked about the side chick.
Oh, yeah, right, right. He needed some counseling, huh? Right.
Oh my god.
you know,
Oh.
or did he say several times? And how could you
Um.
not remember going over to somebody's house twice? How could
Mhm.
you not?
Mhm. Mhm.
You
That
know,
part still gets me thinking. Like, if I see someone twice, I would remember. Even if it's years, I'll remember that I've been to your house twice at least.
I'm gonna remember if I've been
Yeah.
to your house once. I'm gonna remember. I mean, I am not that buzzed. I am not, you know, drunken with liquor or something. I'm in a good mind and I know
Yeah.
what I'm doing before I do it. So I'm gonna remember.
Yeah.
It just seems
Oh
like it's something to
gosh.
hide. It's something still to hide. I told y'all that body
I feel
language. I be pick. Look, I am so dead on that body language.
I feel like
So,
she's covering up something. I don't even know what she's covering up. If you're covering up something and you don't want something to come to light, why are you on a reality TV show?
well,
That's the worst thing you can do for yourself because we have some people that will go so far as do a deep dive on your life, you know. So I feel like she shouldn't have come on this show if she had a lot of skeletons in her closet. I don't feel like this was the show for her. Especially when it comes to love and marriage huntsville. They're very some of these content creators, they're very good at deep diving on your life. Everything you've done, they can bring it out,
Oh yeah.
you know. So but moving forward, Melanie decided to announce the whole group and tell them that she was taking them on a trip and give them the I love the way she did like she was the way she did the invitation was giving me housewife vibes like the housewives always do their invitations when they're taking the ladies on trips. That was the vibe it was giving me, and I loved it. So it was given nice, the invitation was nice. I love the way she presented it, and and the way Marsau was trying to be like a little bit snacky, like, oh, where are we going, Mel? And just like, it's for only the ladies. And it was like, oh, banana beach. I was like, oh, one thing about Marsau is that he will find one way to make you either pissed off with him or smile at him or happy with him. He's just everything. But did you pick when they talked about Martel's the black bean clothes and Melody was like, did you pick Melody was shady? Where she was like, there's always something off with Marcel's business. Did you feel she was shady?
Oh, well, I don't know, if he always has something going on. Excuse me. I heard a few things, in the past, you know, um, but I mean, I've never, because I haven't been a business owner. So, I don't know if there
Yeah.
is a such thing as you're not reporting uh, taxes on used furniture. Like what? If it's used
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
purchased it, it should belong to you. And however you use it, if you're going to use it in your house, your backyard, or in your business, it should be your business, right? But I don't know how the state of Alabama is. You know what I'm saying? So,
Short reality. I guess this situation about Melody talking about the business. Did you think it was shady, and did you believe or the excuse that Marcel gave was it reasonable enough? Because for me, I don't do business there, so I don't really know how that is true. Do you feel like that was a true statement or that was a real situation?
Yeah, I think it was shady for her to say that to him, and yeah, I think that was shady. But as far as yeah, I do. Like, what do you mean you sent the? What did she say? She sent her students over there. Like, why did she send her
Yeah,
students over there? Did she already know it was closed for her to send her students over there? I
she
think
said
it was
she sent
shady.
them there to have fun.
Come on now. So she's cool enough. She's cool with them that she be trying to send business their way.
Oh, well, I don't think they have beef to that extent where she would not send business their way. Actually,
I think she knew it was closed. She probably had gotten wind that it was closed and then sent her students so her students could see that it was closed. I think it was shady. I do, but
uh,
I don't know. I don't know anything about that situation. How the reason for it closing? I don't know anything about that. But he said something
oh,
about some furniture or something that wasn't
furniture,
taxed. I don't know.
taxes, use.
Yeah, I guess
I
it's
was confused
feasible.
with the English.
It's feasible. I guess he was saying that they bought some furniture and didn't pay taxes on it. Something about that the city said that they didn't collect taxes. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in the restaurant business, but I guess they can come up with
Yeah,
anything. Like you'll see a lot of places closed down. They don't have a liquor license. Just, I think they could probably just come and ding you on whatever they want to. Because I know, like in some places, they have a lot of like health inspections that will come through, and you're thinking some places always pass, other places you're like, now how did that place pass? It's like the place doesn't look very clean or sanitary, but they
yeah.
pass anyway. Yeah, but I think it was shady. I do.
Oh my god. But at the end of the day, I do like because they were all shading themselves in this episode. Imagine Latisha saying that, oh, when Melody made that statement, she was like, oh, maybe Marcel was right and in his statement when he said Melody be speaking to people outside the marriage. I was like, okay. So we decided to go with Shades. But how did you feel? Thank God I remember that thing. Chaparity, how did you feel about Laksha saying that statement and kind of being like, oh, I'm siding with Martel, saying that probably the way Melody spoke, maybe it was giving her the intuition that maybe Melody be speaking with people outside the marriage. Did you like that statement she made?
No, and they're not even married anymore. So why is she still talking about that? Yeah, like
Yeah.
that wasn't necessary. And yeah, that wasn't necessary.
What about you living for your goal? How did you feel about Letitia making that statement?
You know what? I noticed lately, Letitia has been very messy. You know what I'm saying? Her mouth has just been loose. You know, she. It seems like she's deliberately trying to go after people to actually embarrass them or hurt them because I don't know what's going on with her. You know, and I was looking at the invitation that Melody gave him. So all this happened in the month of March of this year.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was going on with her. You know, but it just seems like she was just kind of this season just popping off on people. You know what I'm saying? Popping off on the ladies. Just telling them things that she felt and things that she didn't like. Maybe she's been holding it in for a while. I don't know, but she's been a little messy this season.
Yeah. For me, I didn't like that statement. I felt like, what was the reasons for you to have made that statement in your confessionals? And looking at this thing happened the same year, and you know what has been going through the same year, you know about the arrest, you know about every other thing, and you could sit down in your confessionals and say that, that did not make sense to me at all from Tisha. Like, it's not giving girl at all. It's not. But anyway, moving forward. What did you feel? After the invitation, we had Kimmy, Destiny, and Latisha meeting up. What did you feel about Destiny kind of putting her stamp that she wanted um Destiny on that trip? Did you feel that that was the right move to want Destiny on that trip, knowing that the relationship between Destiny and Melody isn't there? Her pushing that she wanted Destiny to be her plus one for that trip. Did you think that it was not like that wasn't a way of being okay? Let's see whether we can create a little bit of mess and them trying to put into Destiny's head that, oh, maybe this trip is gonna be the trip where everything will be all right between the both of you. Did you feel like it was a moment of let's cause chaos, or they genuinely just want Melody and Destiny to reconcile?
That was a total setup. Like Destiny already knows that her and Melody ain't friends. Ain't no way I would be on no girls trip and we not all girls. I'm just not doing it, you know. But yeah, I thought that was pretty messed up of Letitia, because hey, she's putting her in the line of fire, and if Destiny doesn't think that she's gonna be in the line of fire, you know, I think she might have another thing coming to her, because they're not friends.
What about you, Shop Reality? What do you feel about them taking that Destiny must be on that trip?
Yeah, I agree with the my girls. I think, well, I shouldn't say, well, I think that she knew that Destiny was coming when she said, "Oh, can I bring a plus one?" Who would be the plus one? I'm sure by this point everyone knows that Destiny is filming. So I think it was just a mere formality that Destiny was going to come on the trip and Sunny was going to come on the trip. Otherwise, like, what other big showdowns would you have? Because everybody seems to be cool right now at this point. So needing to bring these two parties to, bring the two of them on the trip would definitely add some drama to the trip. So I just think that that was all like a little act. Like, oh, you're gonna come? Well, I don't know. Like, you're gonna come on this trip. Like, stop it.
Oh my God. For me, I can't wait to see everything that's gonna happen from the girls' trip. But lastly, we saw Melody meeting up with Sunny. One thing I liked about that conversation is that she at least told Sonny and let Sonny know that, you know what, it's gonna be on. The pressure is getting worse. So it's on for you. I love that she gave her a heads up. But when it comes to the full conversation, I was kind of feeling a kind of way, especially when she said the ladies are triggered and because they don't know their man, they can't put a face to their man situation, and that's why they are, reacting that way. I'm not saying that the way the ladies are reacting, like oh, they have done a perfect job. Yes, they have to support their friend Destiny, but Melody puts things in that way that they only ride they are being like that because they are triggered. It kind of rubbed me up the wrong way. That's just my own opinion. What do you feel about it, you?
I guess Melody and Sunny are trying to develop a relationship or a friendship. I'm
Mm,
really not too sure, but me personally, yeah, I would appreciate the heads up because, don't let me go and then my back is up against the wall and then I'm gonna have to, because see, I know me, I'm gonna nut up. We're probably gonna all end up overboard because it's gonna be some stuff, So I like to know what's going on ahead of time, if at all possible, you know. So I mean, yeah, I personally would have told somebody, hey, I'm inviting you, but this person really ain't feeling you. So I don't know if you still want to come or what you want to do, you know. I'm
yeah,
not gonna
I like
I'm not
that
gonna
part.
yeah, I'm not gonna put you in no bad situation. And therefore I don't expect for you to put me in a bad situation. That's just like with a relationship. You know, give me the choice to say yes, no,
Oh no,
maybe,
yeah,
or hell no. you
yeah.
know, don't just blindside me.
Yeah. Well, what of the parts you were saying about the ladies being triggered because they're gonna put a face to their man's, deeds? Did you feel like that was an appropriate thing to say?
Well, yeah, basically, simply because she's the only one that's come on the show that has some type of discrepancy with somebody's supposed to be boo. You know what I'm saying? They're the only
Yeah.
one that they let come on the show to face all this. Martell's little chick, she hasn't been on the show, you know. So yeah, she's the first face that
To
they could
that
put
kind of
they could put a
situation.
name and a face to it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, she's gonna get all the heat. She is, simply because I feel like they feel like, hey, this could happen to me too. So why not give her all the heat? Because once it happened to me, am I gonna be able to give that chick that heat?
Mm. What about you, Chef Raiti? What did you feel about Sonia and Melody's conversation? Did you like that she gave her a heads up and the conversation she had with Sonia?
Yes, I think she should have given her the heads up. Yeah, that was a good thing to do to let her know, hey, these people are not really feeling you. But I was just really surprised at Sunny how quiet she is. Because on social media, she's just rah, 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 rah,
Yeah,
rah.
she actually
Yes.
came live after the episode.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like very like raw on social media, but on the show, she's very quiet. So I guess very toned down. So I can't wait to see what happens when she gets on
Yep.
that trip and we see her in the same room with Destiny and once again and see how things turn out. Can't wait to
But you
see it.
know, social media is a different life. We can all come to social media and be all vocal and have all the strength because I'm here alone in my living room, right? I can say what I want to say. Nobody can do anything to me. But if I come to your front, where I know that you could actually probably slap me if I say the wrong statement or say the wrong words, I might be mindful of what I say. And that's why social media is a hiding place for a lot of people. Like people are just saying what they want to say on social media because nobody is going to come check for you wherever you are, doing whatever video you want to do or typing whatever thing you're typing in social media. So I feel like so many people, their social media life might be kind of different from their real everyday life. No, the situation. I even if I was Sunny, I think I too will be calm because if I look at how many ladies we have, Melody, we have Stormy, we have Trish, we have Destiny, we have Tricia, we have Miss Nell, we have Kimmy. That's seven ladies. Okay, the only person that is like neutral amongst all those seven ladies is only Melody. Then we have six ladies ganging up on you. I too will be quiet because the six of them. What is what is one voice against six? How are you gonna win that battle?
By telling them, look, over half of y'all been side chicks, and
Oh,
some of y'all
oh,
dudes have side chicks. So, like, what are we talking about here?
oh no! Why would you do that?
Well, don't come at me. Talking about a side chick. When I feel that I wasn't a side chick, I'm going off of what this dude tells me. You know, if I'm reaching out to you to say, hey, look, is this true what he's telling me? And you're not answering the phone and you're ignoring me for months or however long it was, I'm going to assume that, hey, y'all not together, because this is what he's telling me. Now, if I choose to move on with this person, and then all of a sudden, here you come, and you're like, "Oh, we were still together." And look, I was calling you. You didn't answer your phone because some things I needed to clear up. You know what I'm saying? He's made his choice. The ring is
Yeah.
on my finger. Like broad be gone. Where's the roach spray?
Um.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my God. Well, let's just see how that is going to play out because I really want to see how um everything is going to play out. I want to see how everything wants to play out.
Yeah, one more thing
But
I want to say is
yeah,
why was Sunny checking for Destiny, asking, hey, did Destiny come to the dinner? Like, why are you checking for this woman?
I probably just wanted to know whether maybe Destiny was there. That was why they talked about her.
Oh, I wouldn't care if Destiny was there or not. I'm just saying, it just seems like Sunny is so into, did Destiny show up? Or, you know, like she's just, like, if you're the wife, relax. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to check for the used to be woman and how she's moving. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I just wanted to put that little part in.
No, no, that's a great thing. Like for me, if I was in a situation like that, I would not be checking for whether the other person was there or anything. But the thing is that we can only say what you can do. We don't know what another person can do. The way I'm gonna react to something or someone is different from the way you are gonna react to that same thing, right? So it's understandable. What me I want to see is how they are going to react, or when all of them come together in one place, and I want to see how that is going to play out next week. But I feel like Carlos is going to stretch this trip for like 3 episodes. It's going to become annoying. Yeah,
Oh, God.
that's what what I feel. I feel like they're gonna stretch out this trip for like three episodes.
Yeah,
And
they should be able to cover it in just one episode. I mean, there's only
that's
so
what me
many
I
highlights.
that's one thing I'm not interested in. For me to watch
Right.
one trip for three good episodes, no,
Right.
I ain't interested in that. But I love seeing the preview. We see that Melody, no, the first fight is gonna be from Miss Nell and Kimmy. I was surprised to
Yeah,
see
I was.
that.
Me too. I was totally surprised. I don't know who called out who first, but uh Kimmy act like, hey, she knew what the assignment was. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you were to guess what was causing the fight, would you guess? Can you guess?
No, I can't.
I'm thinking maybe because of the room. It might be because of room.
The room?
I think when they were playing the trailer, I think there was somewhere they said Kimmy and Tisha's room were to be shared. It was a shared bathroom.
Mm,
While others were kind of getting, their own space.
right, right.
So do you feel like maybe that might because we women sometimes can, create a mountain out of molehills. So that I feel like that might be one of the things that might cause rifts between the both of them. And if
Well,
that is,
I mean, they're sister-in-laws. If they can't share a room, then who can?
eh, yeah, even me when I saw that it was them that had the shared bedroom, I was like, I understand why Melody did that because they are family, so they would not
Exactly.
really have that much of an issue
Yeah.
with that than every other person that is an individual there. So I feel like the sharing was right, was appropriate.
Yeah. Exactly. Just like she told Letitia, if you bring somebody, you know, you might have to share your bed, because she
Hmm.
had a certain amount of rooms for a certain amount of women, she had to
Yeah,
place them accordingly.
exactly. Well, I'm literally waiting to see next week what exactly is going to happen, anyways. I can't wait for next week's episode to see what exactly happened. But one thing I know is that this trip is gonna change a lot of dynamics in the relationship of this season.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of
Yeah.
stuff is going to be brought to the table, and we finally get to see where people are thinking and where everything stands.
Mhm.
So I'm
And some
excited.
relationships are gonna be broken.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I mean, sorry about the
Yeah.
relationships, but hey, everything isn't forever, especially
Yeah.
when it comes to the same sex trying to get along, because everybody's going to have different opinions. Everybody feels differently about
Exactly.
different stuff. You can't
Yeah.
expect everybody to be you in a situation,
Sure. Sure. Everybody, even
so
even in my small circle of friends, I literally have only two female friends, and I know that when it comes to situations, when it comes to some certain things, the three of us have different opinions. And if you ask us how we'll go about it, the three of us will surely tell you three different ways that are different, that like literally opposites on how we're gonna go about it. So of course, everybody has different opinions, and that's why I say your opinion is your opinion. It's
right.
not bad to have an opinion. It's just that sometimes I feel like there are some opinions when you have them, those opinions should stay with you and yourself alone. So it shouldn't be shared. And that's where I stand. Everybody has their life. You live your life the way you and if the way you're living your life is good to you, fine, good. Who am I to complain? After all, it's not my life.
Right.
But anyways, guys, thank you very much for joining us on today's review and recap. Don't forget to like on this video. The more you like, the more you should recommend this video to others. Don't forget to also share. Thank you very much for being here with us. And also don't forget to click on the subscribe button down below to subscribe We'll see you guys same time next week on another recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Have a nice day, guys.
Bye.
Bye.